Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm going to give you the ultimate five autumn designer fragrances that are all signature scent worthy, versatile, and sexy. With my list, I try to give you guys something that's a little bit more original, a little bit more creative. 3 of the 5 fragrances are more popular and they do make the other lists out there when it comes to the other creators. First one is going to be Calvin Klein Euphoria Essence Men. This came out in 2015. Just never caught on. This is different than the other Euphorias out there because you have like Euphoria, Euphoria Intense, Amber Gold, Pure Gold, Liquid Gold, I don't know, there's a bunch of them. This one is different. Never caught on. I think there's only 2 reviews, and one review I remember, I forget her name, but she was actually from Syria, living in London, then she moved back to Syria. Oh man, what's her name? I'll caption it down below, but she actually reviewed this one back then and she actually enjoyed it. This one is a little bit different than the other ones because this has leather and it's green. So some of the notes for this one here are going to be the leather, or more like suede. There's jasmine, ivy, which adds that green touch, pepper, gaiac wood, and of course amber, like the pure amber or like the amber gold and so on. What it pretty much is a green scent, maybe a little herbal with some spice, a nice smooth suede, and a little spicy from that pepper. It's masculine, it's mature. Like, this is definitely more mature than the original Euphoria and Euphoria Intense. I like both, I have both in my collection. This is just more masculine, more grown, definitely more mature. For you to pull this one off, you gotta be on your A game. You could dress this with a nice turtleneck, a nice like vest, or like I should say a nice button up and a sports coat, to a leather jacket, a black tee. If you want to make it a white tee, sure, but as well with a suit and tie. Tuxedo, maybe not so much, but definitely suit and tie. Longevity is going to be about 6 to 7 hours. Fragrance number 2 came out last year, and it actually is one of the best releases of last year in my opinion, even though that it's not exactly original. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Prive. This is pretty much DHI, Dior Homme Intense, or just Dior Homme with whiskey, but also chestnut. It's got that typical iris, so it's powdery, it's a little waxy, makeup bag like. Some amber, woods, and of course that whiskey to kind of like man it up a little bit, but as well that chestnut to kind of give it a bit of a gourmand feel. It's a smoky chestnut, like by the fireplace. Kind of like the fragrance itself, you know, but also just like a roasted chestnut that's actually roasting by the fireplace. It's masculine, but it's more of a gentlemanly type of masculine. It's not like your rough and tough Brock Lesnar type of masculine. No, Kingsman sort of masculine, because you have to have your A game with your wardrobe, your manners, and your intellect and your attitude. That's how you really pull this one off. And I am a little rough around the edges. I honest to God can be. I can be very direct, and sometimes I can come across as an ignorant dickhead. I am being honest, and I'm not putting myself down. But when I wear this, I do feel like a gentleman. I feel more grown, more sophisticated. And I'm gonna be frank, I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch. I really truly am not. But I do feel like I'm the king when I'm wearing this. And longevity is fantastic. 9-10 hours. Fragrance number 3. This has made countless lists, whether it's like winter, autumn, sexy night out, panty droppers, sure. Azzaro Wanted by Night. I understand why it gets the hype and it gets the love, because this stuff is really good. Is it a panty dropper? God, that term is so played out. And like, I'm a bro. I will admit that. But it's such a bullshit term that's very frat boy-like, you know? Listen, I don't mind being crude. I really truly don't, but it's like, panty dropper. Even when I see some of the female creators using the term, and it's not a jab at them whatsoever, it just sounds so fucking juvenile. It's not even funny. But this is indeed sexy. It's got cinnamon, cumin, incense, tobacco, frankincense, cedar, and I believe some sandalwood. It's a spicy, like dry like tobacco, smoky incense with woods. Indeed sexy. No question. I am not gonna deny that. But panty dropper, laughable at best, because there's no fragrance out there. And like even some of these same female creators who have used the term will say that there's no such thing, but there's a lot of guys, a lot of young boys out there who think that, oh, this is definitely gonna drop the panties if I wear it. Incel, get off the computer, go touch grass, go outside, get off the internet. But this is a great night out scent. Even though that it is a sexy kind of fragrance, you can wear this with a suit and tie. A suit and tie to women is pretty much lingerie to the eye. A well-fitted suit is very much like when we see women with lingerie, like we're like bada boom, bada bang. That's how women are with a suit and tie. You can wear this with a suit and tie. You can wear it with a leather jacket, a black tee. You can wear it with a nice turtleneck or like a button-up and a sports coat. Even though that it is sexy, it's like an adult sort of sexy, and it has a little bit of classiness as well. Daytime, nighttime, and longevity, solid. Really can't complain. 8 to 10 hours. Fragrance number 4. The last one that is going to be the more mainstream one that makes these lists. And the scent itself is classy, but the bottle itself, no. Moschino Toy Boy. It's in the shape of a teddy bear. Like, this will definitely grab one's eye. You know, will grab their attention when they see it on like someone's shelf for the first time. They're gonna think, oh, that's very interesting. But when they smell it, they're not gonna expect like that it's gonna be like a classy sort of scent. What am I doing? This I just unboxed this morning, believe it or not. But this has a very, there we go, first spray. This has a very classy, grown-ass rose. Rose is generally not a note that young people will gravitate to. So you're gonna get that rose, the nutmeg. You're gonna get some flax, which adds whatever. Some vetiver, I believe it's gonna be cedar or sandalwood. Some pink pepper and cloves. It's a woody, rosy, spicy scent that has a little bit of a balsamic-y feel to it. What I mean by balsamic-y, like salad. When you're gonna eat a salad, that vinaigrette, like balsamic vinegar, it has that balsamic-y feel to it. It's tremendous. If you're one to judge a book by its cover, don't go by the bottle. You know, I get it, the bottle is in the shape of a teddy bear, and it really just does not like scream, I'm an adult. I totally get it, but never judge a book by its cover, because the smell itself is grown, it's mature, it is sexy. It is a gentleman's type of fragrance. You can wear it dressy casual, business casual, nice button up with a sports coat. This is not a leather jacket and a t-shirt whatsoever because of that rose, but it's a great suit and tie all the way to a tuxedo sort of fragrance. I find that a lot of the scents from this brand are not overly classy. I have 3 of them. I got this one, I got the Womo, which is a musky, sexy scent that is very 90s, and then there's the something sale, casual, fresh, laid back. This is the most grown, in my opinion, and longevities it ranges anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. And last but not least, this one is more for the older guys out there, for the gentlemen. But it also has a bit of a bad boy edge, even though that it does have, I don't want to say femininity to it, but I'll explain later. Hugo Boss Wool and Musk, or Wool Musk. This is a very basic scent. It's got musk, sandalwood, but also cinnamon. This is manly, but it is gentlemanly. It does have that like bad boy like manliness to it because of the cinnamon and the sandalwood, and also that muskiness, but there is a powdery undertone to it. It's not overly powdery, but it is there. I did a review with Mr. Cologne 76 Glenn last time I went to Scent Explorer in New York City. He said it smelled a little youthful, but he also said you have to let it dry down, because you absolutely do. This is mysterious, bad boy, but classy and grown. You could wear it with a suit and tie, a tuxedo, all the way as casually as a leather jacket and a white tee. Longevity, decent, 6 to 7 hours. And guys, that's it. That is the 5 ultimate autumn designer lists. That is versatile, classy, and sexy. If you want to check out the reviews that I've done on these, and I've talked about 4 of them, I just haven't talked about this one. I really should get somebody's take on this one, because this one is definitely underrated. But if you want to check out those reviews, they will all be down in the description box below. And because this is a grown-ass list for the colder seasons, why don't you check out right here. And if you like this very list, please leave me one of these. Thank you for your time, take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.